Common issue among older adults, feeling fatigued and weak despite drinking enough water. After the age of 60, many people begin to notice significant changes in how their bodies function. Tasks that were once simple, like walking a short distance, climbing a few stairs, or carrying a light grocery bag, suddenly become more challenging. Even with healthy habits like drinking enough water daily, many still feel weak, tired, and less resilient. This often leads to confusion and frustration as people wonder why doing the right things doesn't seem to be helping. A common belief in healthcare is that drinking more water keeps you healthy. And while this is generally true, water is essential for organ function, circulation, detoxification, and joint lubrication for older adults. The issue isn't just how much water they drink, but what's in that water. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing nutrients and electrolytes. Even with a well-balanced diet and sufficient fluid intake, older adults can still experience deficiencies in specific micronutrients vital for maintaining muscle mass and strength. One of the most overlooked but critical elements is essential amino acids, particularly leucine, an amino acid that acts as a powerful trigger for muscle protein synthesis. Without enough leucine, the body loses its ability to flip the switch, to build muscle even when protein intake is adequate. That's why, although water may be consumed regularly, it may not support recovery or strength if this key component is missing. As studies now show, adding leucine directly to daily drinking water can be a simple yet highly effective solution to combat muscle loss, sarcopenia, a silent yet common condition in the elderly. A simple yet powerful solution. Adding leucine to your daily water to rebuild and maintain muscle. After 60, when we enter our 62nd, the body undergoes deeper biological changes. One of the biggest challenges older adults face is age-related muscle loss, known as sarcopenia. This slow and silent deterioration leads to increased frailty, risk of falls, loss of balance, and decreased ability to perform daily activities independently. What's concerning is that sarcopenia can occur even in those who eat enough protein and exercise regularly. Fortunately, researchers have discovered a simple yet highly effective solution: adding an essential amino acid called leucine to your daily water. This isn't a miracle drug or a strict diet, but a small daily habit that can produce profound improvements in muscle health. Leucine is one of 9 essential amino acids that the human body cannot synthesize on its own. It must be obtained from external sources like food or supplements. What makes leucine so special is its ability to strongly activate muscle protein synthesis through a mechanism called the mTOR pathway. Think of it as the body's master switch for muscle building. In younger people, even a small amount of leucine from food can activate this system. But in older adults, the system becomes less responsive, and higher levels of leucine are needed to trigger the same effect. This is why, even with adequate protein, an older person's body may fail to respond efficiently without sufficient leucine. Clinical evidence now shows that the most effective way to deliver leucine is by dissolving pure leucine powder into water and consuming it at specific times throughout the day. This not only ensures faster absorption compared to leucine bound in food, but also sends a direct signal to the body to begin rebuilding muscle even without intense exercise. At the proper dosage, 3-4 grams per day, divided into 3 doses, leucine can help adults over 60 prevent or slow down age-related muscle loss, restore physical strength that has diminished over time, improve balance, mobility, and daily independence, enhance overall quality of life naturally and without medication. This is a simple, affordable, and easy-to-follow solution with long-term benefits for older adults. By making just one small change to your daily glass of water, you may be laying the foundation for a healthier, stronger, and more independent future. Why leucine plays a key role in maintaining and rebuilding muscle after age 60. As we grow older, the body doesn't just change on the outside, it also gradually weakens on a biological level. One of the most silent, yet impactful changes is the decline in the body's ability to maintain and build muscle mass, a condition known in medicine as sarcopenia. Even if you eat a healthy diet and get enough daily protein, your body may still struggle to use that protein effectively to preserve muscle mass the way it did in your younger years. So what's missing? The answer is leucine. Leucine is one of 3 branch-chain amino acids, BCAAs, and more importantly, it is classified as an essential amino acid, meaning the human body cannot produce it on its own and must obtain it entirely from external sources, primarily food or supplements. What makes leucine so crucial is that it not only helps build muscle protein, but also acts as a master switch that activates the entire muscle-building process. The key lies in a biological mechanism called the mTOR pathway, which governs muscle protein synthesis. When you consume protein, the mTOR pathway is activated, sending a signal to muscle cells to start repairing and building tissue. However, over time, especially after age 60, this system becomes less sensitive, like a rusty switch that's harder to flip. And out of all the amino acids we absorb from food, only leucine can directly and powerfully activate this pathway. If the body doesn't receive enough leucine, muscle protein synthesis becomes weak or even stops, even if you consume plenty of high-protein foods like eggs, meat, fish, or dairy. In other words, a lack of leucine prevents your protein intake from working effectively, and muscle loss continues to progress over time. That's why leucine is often referred to as the key that unlocks the muscle-building door for older adults. By supplementing with adequate leucine at the right times and in the right amounts, you can help wake up the mTOR system, restart muscle growth, and slow down or prevent age-related muscle breakdown. The benefits of leucine for people over 60: activating muscle, preventing loss, and improving strength. Leucine is not just any ordinary amino acid. Among the dozens of amino acids absorbed through food, leucine serves a unique leadership role regulating critical biological processes related to muscle. For older adults, the benefits of leucine are not just supportive. They can create noticeable improvements within just a few weeks if used properly. First and foremost, leucine is the primary activator of muscle protein synthesis. The body doesn't build muscle simply because you eat protein. There needs to be a clear on-switch signal to initiate the process. And leucine is that signal. Once it enters the bloodstream and reaches your muscle fibers, it activates the mTOR pathway, telling your body to begin forming new muscle tissue. In younger individuals, a small amount of leucine from food is enough to trigger this, but in older adults, the system is sluggish and requires larger amounts of leucine to get going. Secondly, leucine not only helps build muscle, it prevents muscle breakdown. This is crucial for older adults, particularly during periods when the body is in a low-energy state, such as after an overnight fast or extended periods between meals. By consuming leucine at these times, you help your body switch from breaking down muscle to preserving and building muscle. Third, leucine works synergistically with insulin, a hormone that plays a key role in sugar metabolism and protein synthesis. When leucine is present in the bloodstream, and the body produces a small amount of insulin, for example, after a light meal, the muscle-building effect of leucine is significantly amplified. This explains why taking leucine before lunch helps the body better utilize the protein in that meal. Most importantly, leucine delivers noticeable results in a short period of time. Numerous studies show that within just 2 to 6 weeks of consistent use, older adults begin to see clear improvements in muscle strength, the ability to stand up, walk, climb stairs, or perform everyday tasks like carrying items, cleaning, or gardening. While the initial changes may be subtle, they accumulate over time, leading to meaningful improvements in quality of life. How to use leucine effectively to rebuild and protect muscle after age 60. To fully benefit from leucine's muscle-supporting properties in older adults, it's crucial to use it with the right dosage and at the right time of day. Unlike other supplements that may only require regular intake, leucine demands precision in both timing and method to deliver its full biological potential. 1. Scientifically backed dosage. 3. 4 gram per day. For individuals over 60, studies suggest that consuming 3 to 4 grams of leucine daily is the optimal amount to activate the body's muscle-building mechanism, mTOR, without overloading the system. Instead of taking it all at once, divide the total into 3 daily doses of approximately 1 to 1.5 grams each. This strategy keeps muscle protein synthesis activated throughout the day and ensures continuous support for muscle repair and growth. 2. Morning dose, 1 gram. Shortly after waking. After 7-8 hours of sleep, the body enters a fasting state. During this time, it often breaks down muscle tissue to provide energy. To counteract this, take your first dose within 30 minutes of waking, ideally about 30 minutes before breakfast. Leucine will be quickly absorbed, reversing muscle breakdown and signaling the body to start building muscle again. 3. Midday dose, 1.5 gram. 30 minutes before lunch. Taking leucine 30 minutes before lunch helps activate muscle tissue just in time to absorb amino acids from the upcoming meal. With leucine already in your bloodstream, insulin released from your meal will enhance its effects, making protein utilization more efficient. It's like unlocking the system before delivering the materials. 4. Afternoon dose, 1.5 gram, around 3-4 p.m. This is when fatigue usually sets in, and muscles may begin to break down from daily use. A 3-4 p.m. dose of leucine helps prevent this breakdown and supports recovery, especially after light activities like walking, gardening, or housework. 5. Avoid evening or bedtime doses. Although leucine isn't harmful at night, its muscle-building effects are less effective during sleep, when physical activity ceases and protein synthesis slows. Daytime consumption, when your body is active, produces more noticeable results. How to prepare and store leucine properly for maximum effectiveness. For leucine to deliver its full benefits in preventing muscle loss, correct preparation and storage are just as important as timing and dosage. Many people unintentionally diminish leucine's effects by making simple preparation mistakes that impact absorption or shelf life. 1. Choose the right type of leucine. Always buy pure, unblended leucine powder, labeled as L-leucine, the only bioavailable form your body can absorb efficiently. Avoid products mixed with other amino acids, artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners. These additives are unnecessary and can interfere with absorption. Look for a clean ingredient list with just L-leucine and nothing else. For quality assurance, prioritize products that are pharmaceutical grade or USP verified, indicating high purity and manufacturing standards. 2. Mix correctly for better absorption. Leucine powder can be slightly difficult to dissolve if water temperature is incorrect. Use room temperature or slightly warm filtered water, which is ideal for dissolving leucine without damaging its molecular structure. Avoid very cold water, which makes the powder clump, or hot water, which may degrade the amino acid. Mix 1.5 gram of leucine powder into 250-350 milliliter of water, 8-12 ounces. Stir or shake vigorously in a sealed bottle for 20-30 seconds until the liquid becomes clear with no visible clumps. 3. Add natural flavors, optional. Pure leucine has a mildly bitter or bland taste, but it's generally tolerable. If you find it unpleasant, consider adding a few drops of lemon juice, a slice of fresh lemon, or cucumber for natural flavor enhancement. Avoid adding sugar, honey, syrups, or artificial sweeteners, as these can slow down absorption and reduce effectiveness. 4. Store leucine properly to maintain quality. Store leucine powder in a dry, cool place away from sunlight and high temperatures. A kitchen cabinet, drawer, or airtight container is ideal. Always seal the container tightly after each use to prevent moisture buildup. When stored properly, leucine powder remains stable and effective for 2-3 years from its manufacture date, combining light physical activity to enhance leucine absorption and muscle building. After age 60, while leucine is a powerful activator of muscle-building pathways, achieving optimal results requires more than just supplementation. It must be paired with light, consistent physical activity. Muscles cannot grow or regenerate effectively without physical stimulation. In other words, leucine provides the building material and triggers the growth signal. But movement helps direct that signal to the right places, guiding where repair and growth are needed. After taking leucine, especially at key times, such as early morning, before lunch, or mid-afternoon light movement within the next 2 to 4 hours, allows the body to absorb leucine more efficiently and deliver it directly to the muscle groups being used. This is when leucine levels in the blood are at their peak and muscle cells are most responsive. There is no need to engage in intense or expensive workout programs. In fact, simple low-impact exercises, suitable for adults over 60, are often the most effective. Here are a few safe, easy, and beneficial options. Walking slowly or briskly for 20-30 minutes. This full-body activity improves circulation, stimulates the leg and glute muscles, and supports cardiovascular health. You can walk around your house, in a park, or even just around your garden. Yoga or Tai Chi. These gentle stretching routines improve balance, flexibility, and core muscle engagement. The fluid movements increase blood flow and enhance leucine delivery to major muscle groups. Home exercises. Simple moves like sit to stand from a chair, light squats, wall pushes, arm raises, shoulder rotations, or heel lifts all activate muscle groups safely and effectively. Household chores as functional exercise. Tasks like cleaning, washing dishes, mopping, watering plants. And gardening may seem small, but actually provide excellent functional movement to maintain strength and flexibility. The key is consistency, not intensity. You don't need vigorous exercise, just daily activity that aligns with your leucine intake to keep muscles engaged and responsive. Health considerations. When using leucine for adults over 60, although leucine is a natural essential amino acid found in many foods and generally safe for most healthy individuals, older adults, especially those with chronic conditions or on long-term medications, should approach any supplement with care and informed judgment. 1. Kidney conditions. Leucine is an amino acid, and like all amino acids, it's processed in the liver and excreted via the kidneys. For those with normal kidney function, a daily intake of 3-4 grams is within safe limits. However, individuals with chronic kidney disease, reduced kidney function, or those advised to limit protein should consult their doctor before starting leucine. Unsupervised use could place extra stress on the kidneys. 2. Diabetes. Leucine may benefit individuals with diabetes due to its ability to improve insulin sensitivity and help regulate blood sugar levels. Some studies show that consistent leucine supplementation can reduce post-meal blood sugar fluctuations, especially when paired with a high-protein diet. However, since leucine affects glucose metabolism, those on diabetes, medications, or insulin should monitor their blood sugar closely in the initial weeks and consult their doctor for possible adjustments. 3. High blood pressure. Leucine may contribute modestly to lowering blood pressure by improving circulation and metabolic health. But if you are taking blood pressure medication, leucine could enhance its effects, potentially causing your pressure to drop too low. Regular monitoring is recommended, especially in the first few weeks of use. 4. Antidepressant medications, MAOIs. Leucine may have minor effects on neurotransmitter metabolism, so anyone taking monoamine oxidase inhibitors, MAOIs, should consult their healthcare provider before beginning supplementation to ensure safety. Common mistakes to avoid when using leucine. After age 60, leucine is a simple but powerful way to support muscle recovery and maintenance after 60. However, maximizing its effectiveness requires proper use, consistency, and attention to detail. Many users fail to see results, not because leucine doesn't work, but because of the following common mistakes. 1. Inconsistent use or skipped doses. One of the most significant mistakes is inconsistency. Leucine works by sending muscle-building signals to your body every day. Skipping doses, taking them at random times, or forgetting entirely weakens these signals, reducing effectiveness. Taking 3 evenly spaced doses daily morning, midday, and afternoon is key to success. 2. Taking too much at once. Some people believe that taking a large dose all at once will speed up results. In reality, the body can only absorb and use a limited amount of leucine per dose, usually around 1 to 1.5 grams. Excess leucine is not used for muscle building. It gets converted into glucose or stored as fat, making it wasteful and counterproductive. 3. Taking leucine with or after a full meal. Leucine works best on an empty stomach, about 30 minutes before a meal. If taken with or after eating, it must compete with other amino acids for absorption, which diminishes its effectiveness in activating the mTOR pathway, the primary driver of muscle protein synthesis. Always remember, before meals is best. 4. Stopping use after early improvements. Many people discontinue Leucine as soon as they start feeling stronger or more energized. However, Leucine not only promotes recovery, but also maintains long-term muscle health. If you stop too soon, you may gradually lose the benefits gained, and muscle loss could resume. Consistency over months, not just weeks, is critical. 5. Failing to combine Leucine with physical activity. While Leucine is effective, it cannot build muscle on its own. Your body needs a reason to grow muscle, and that reason is physical movement. Even light daily activity like walking, stretching, or housework should be integrated within 2-4 hours of each Leucine dose to ensure maximum muscle-building results. A personalized plan for effective and sustainable Leucine use. For Leucine to produce noticeable and lasting results in rebuilding and maintaining muscle mass after age 60, it's not only essential to take the correct dose at the right times, but also to follow a personalized plan that fits your daily routine, lifestyle, and health condition. A well-structured and easy-to-implement plan ensures long-term adherence, minimizes interruptions, and optimizes Leucine's benefits over time. 1. Prepare 3 daily doses of Leucine water in advance. Preparation is a simple yet powerful strategy to maintain consistency. Each morning, you can pre-mix 3 bottles of water with Leucine, 1 for the morning, 1 for midday, and 1 for the afternoon. Having these doses ready will help prevent forgetfulness or reluctance to prepare them later, especially on busy days or when going out. If you're traveling or expect schedule disruptions, pre-portioning Leucine into small bags or containers makes it easy to bring along. 2. Keep a daily journal to track usage and physical sensations. Maintaining a small notebook or simple chart to record the time of intake, physical sensations, energy levels, and small daily changes can provide tremendous value. This journal helps you track actual progress, recognize trends week by week, and share accurate data with your doctor or nutritionist if needed. Early positive signs may include improved ease of movement, less fatigue, deeper sleep, or increased flexibility during daily activities. 3. Involve a family member for motivation. A great way to stay committed long-term is to share the journey with someone else, your spouse, a friend, or even children or grandchildren. Having a partner for encouragement, reminders, or accountability makes Leucine use feel like a natural part of daily life. Sharing your goals and results with loved ones can reinforce your commitment and keep you inspired. Realistic expectations. When using Leucine, step by step, improvements over time. Taking Leucine properly and combining it with regular physical activity doesn't just help older adults preserve muscle mass, it can also lead to clear improvements in energy, mobility, and daily living quality. However, to stay motivated and avoid unrealistic expectations, it's important to understand the natural progression the body goes through when beginning Leucine supplementation. Improvements typically follow these specific stages. Week 1. Initial sensations. Less fatigue, more energy. During the first week, many people notice less fatigue, especially in the afternoon, a time when they previously felt drained. You may feel lighter, more mentally alert, and find that daily activities such as shopping, cooking, or cleaning no longer leave you feeling exhausted. Weeks 2, 3. Noticeable improvements in physical function. By the second or third week, you may begin noticing changes in mobility and ease of movement. Standing up from a chair becomes easier, walking feels steadier, climbing stairs feels less tiring, and carrying lightweight items like groceries or water buckets becomes simpler. These changes signal that the body is starting to respond well to Leucine. Weeks 4-6. Muscle growth begins with physical activity. With continued Leucine use and light activities like walking, gardening, yoga, or home workouts, you'll begin to feel a real increase in muscle strength. Movements that used to be difficult now become more manageable, and you can perform them more frequently without tiring as quickly. After 2-3 months, feeling younger, and regaining independence. This is the stage where many people describe feeling as if they've reclaimed their youth. Your body may feel 5 to 10 years younger, stronger, more flexible, and more confident. You might return to previously abandoned activities like long walks, heavier housework, caring for grandchildren, or even outdoor social events with friends, all thanks to gradually rebuilt muscle strength. A small change today, a stronger body tomorrow. Leucine is not a miracle cure, nor can it replace a healthy diet or an active lifestyle. However, backed by solid scientific research and the real-world results of thousands of older adults, Leucine is increasingly being recognized as a critical biological key in helping you maintain muscle mass, strength, and freedom of movement as you enter your later years. At age 60, 70, or even 80, being able to walk comfortably, stand up with ease, or carry a bag of groceries without help is not just a matter of convenience. It's a sign of independence and a reflection of a vibrant, self-sufficient life. And all of this can begin with one very simple action: mixing Leucine into a glass of water each day and committing to that habit with consistency. There's no need to overhaul your entire life. Just make a commitment to yourself for 3 months, and you'll start to feel the difference. Improved energy, a lighter body, and a more optimistic mindset. This isn't only about building muscle, it's about investing in a future where you remain autonomous, healthy, and fulfilled. Start today. One small glass of water, one new habit, and a stronger, brighter future is waiting for you. You deserve it.